Hello and welcome to Delbert's Honest RC. Today I'm going to review a steel 370 motor with steel drive gears and a steel transmission. Now, this was under $20 and it comes, as you can see, with drive shafts. This is the unopened package. I ordered one because the MN99-S that I have in my videos blew the transmission in 1.5 batteries. Literally balded the plastic gears. So I found this little guy on Amazon. Says it has a 370 motor. I question that. I've seen the 370s and this one isn't close. So let's pull this guy out here. This is everything you get in this kit. This is exactly as it comes from Amazon. You want to really see, I don't think I can get the camera to focus on it. The camera sucks, but it's legacy. What do you expect? 2007 camera. There you go. There's a part number for you. Anyway, down below in the description, because it's so long, I give you how to search for it. These are the guys I got it from. I don't care. I'm not giving you the company name, but you put this in and they'll pop up. You can choose the price you want. I've seen these motors go as high as $70. I'm going to take my screws and put them away. They give you an extra spindle. So, the last one was really bad. We'll see how this one goes. Alright, guys. The motor comes out. They showed you the motor without the cable connected. And them soldering joints is cold as hell. I know it's lead-free solder, but still, those are cold solder joints. But you look at the motor's brand new. There's a differential between the motor and the transmission, the reduction gears. There's a reducer. So this one has the same issue. This motor's loose. Got pull, no shims, no shims. And let's see, can we? Oh yeah, we can hand tighten the screws. So, it's got issues right out the gate. I noticed that with the other motor right away. That's why I saved this one for the video. You can see we can fix this right up. It's not going to take much. Need a couple of shims in this, a couple of shims in that. If you really want to, you can shorten the shaft, but it is really, really short if you do that. Not sure why they included this. It wasn't in the parts description. So those are the issues you're going to find. You're not going to be using this right out of the box. You use this out of the box, you're going to have serious problems. I mean, there's just so much. Other one didn't have Loctite. So I'm going to take this video. I'm going to put it to an end. I'm going to break out the good old wrench here. We're going to pull it apart. We're going to let you see what's inside. We're going to break out the Loctite because it's not Loctited either, if it's like the last one. We'll check the holes for FOD, foreign object debris, and we'll check it for threading. Last time I had a lot of foreign object debris and I had some corrosion in the tappings there. Solder's good, it's just cold. The other issue. Well, this one doesn't seem to have it. No, can't mount heat shield onto the motor. Don't want to mount it onto the reducer. See that gap? That is a lot of paste to get that heat sink on there so it doesn't cover those vents so you can dissipate the heat off this motor. I'm not sure how much it's going to really need to be dissipated, but I'm planning on running this guy on 5600 milliamp 2S90C battery. So the motor's going to get hot. If it's the 370 that they say it is, I'm sure that I'm going to fry the speed controller in that MN99S, but we got that covered. Another video on the speed controllers. I got to replace those. So I'm going to take the, forgot the axles, guys. They're pretty canny, pretty cheesy. Got your set screws in there, really tiny ones. Got an Allen wrench. That's out of the box. I'm going to pause it here, pull it apart, come back in a bit. We'll see what we got. Have a good one, and catch you on the flip side. See, here we are back with the motor. We got it all tore down just so you can see what it's all about. So, I don't know if I went over this in the last video, but cold solder joints, connector, cold solder joints, don't really want this, probably just direct wire it because I know how to solder. So on this motor, if you call this a 370, it looks like a 290, into this reducer. This reducer is a different size diameter than the motor. It's going to cause a problem when we put the heat sink on. Since I'm going to be running this sucker on a really hot battery, 90C, 5800 milliamp 2S. We're going to run it hot because I'm going to run it long, but nice assembly, nice and tight. Go back down to our case here. So when we come to our case, we can look at it, and you see in the milling, really hard for me to get in the camera, but you can see in the milling here, there's a double mill. They needed to run one more pass across it because it left a double lip. A double lip's what's giving us our play. Another thing that's interesting about this guy is on the back side, right here, we got steel bearings, right? And this guy is a beveled bearing. He's smaller on the front than he is on the shaft. So he only goes on one way. This guy here, I don't know if the camera will get it, caught it just a little bit. That's a brass bearing. And that brass bearing is the same diameter all the way through. So you need a small shim, just slightly smaller than the outside diameter of the bearing to go inside of the case to make that shaft solid. It won't rub too much. It won't wear. The shaft is the same way. Steel bearing in the back, brass bearing in the front. Spur gear, they're all 1-to-1. I didn't count the teeth to know what they are. I just know that we're going to get a steady transfer out of this nice little reducer box. So in this one, it at least got grease. The other one didn't have grease, but you see that shiny piece right there? That's a piece of metal right there. A piece of metal. So I don't know why there would be a piece of metal in there other than to make it not last very long. We're going to clean that out. We're going to pack that up and put it back together with our wonderful Loctite 242 blue 242 engineer standard for all higher level assemblies that you want to take apart. This is a Permatex model. It's the 24208. If you want to buy Permatex, I find that Loctite's better than Permatex, but you know, it's just a model. None of this stuff came with a lick of it. On this one, particularly since this particular unit is going in my C24, I'm going to make sure that I replace these 2.5M screws with flatheads 2.5M. Black, same color as the case. You probably won't even see them. They'll just blend in and be gone. Also get to reset these motor screws. No Loctite. Motor was loose. Came right off. I mean, considering I got carpal tunnel, I'm going to have to shut this video down and we'll put it back together and come back at the last part. It's going to be kind of a break in between. My hand's starting to twist, as you can see. So, you know, this is why I'm not in the industry anymore. I get these aches, I get these pains, and, you know, trying to do a hobby, this is what you get. It's one of the reasons why I'm running these videos. I want you to know what you're getting when you send your hard-earned cash to these Chinese companies on the promise of what they sell you. So this one, I'd say that I got a smoking deal. Have to do a little bit of work, but it's a hobby. Need to tinker, need to play. I know what's inside of it. I know it's going to have good grease. I know it's going to have good lock. I know it's going to have good solder. So all in all, for my 20 bucks, I say it's a best buy. Get to upgrade my truck. 2 trucks under 200 bucks, all steel. So you want to know how I did it? Look for my videos. They are not going to sell you anything. I give you enough of the description of the part to put into Amazon to get it to pull up. Put it into eBay, pull it up. Look at those prices. Find the lowest price. But if you do that long enough, you're going to find the same thing I do. The Chinese have it rigged. I can go to Alibaba. I can go to Banggood. I can go to eBay. I can go to Amazon. Pay a little more on Amazon, but I get it right now. Go to eBay. I can get it for the same price that I'm going to pay on Banggood, that I'm going to pay on any of those other Chinese sites after the shipping is added on. Exact to the penny. You're going to pay the same price. You want to buy it from the Chinese and have the bank flag you. You want to buy it from eBay from the guy that's already imported it. Probably the company that's selling it on Banggood. Who knows? I mean, got the guys in the UK that I watch. Got Kevin Talbert. You got oh, I can't even think of it. Come on, guy's really good, and I can't think of his name. Tom Lee RC. Yes, sorry, guy. Tom Lee RC. These guys are in the UK. They're making money on eBay. Those guys are playing all day, making money on eBay. Nice youngsters. I wish them luck. They're more of a hobby for me. They give me a lot of information. Nice shout out to them. All right, catch you all on the flip side. Cheers. Hello and welcome to Delbert's Honest RC. We're here for the final cap on the video. I made a mistake in the previous video. These are M2 screws. They are not the 2.5s. So couldn't replace them. Got the motor back. It's all nice and tight now. No jiggle, no wiggle. So let's give it some charge and see what we got. 1S battery. Doo -doo -doo. There you go. Nice and steady. Nice and quiet. Doesn't like just being hooked to a battery, of course. I always have problems with these little guys anyway. That's for the drone. Anyway, now let's try it with a 2S battery and see what we get. Watch this torque. You see that torque? A little bit noisier. Barely hear it. At least I can't, but I'm deaf. I have tone deafness from working in industrial situations. And you got blowers with 6-inch gas mains shooting flames 150 feet through a dryer. It makes a lot of noise. So, I don't know. What do you think? 20 bucks? I think it was a great deal. I mean, definitely much better than what came in that MN99S. And much better than what comes with that WPL Toys generic stock, even though WPL Toys seems to make a much better transmission. M2.5 kit, axles, heat sink, motor. You know what's inside, you know what you're getting, you think it's worth 20 bucks, I say drop it. All right, guys, have a good day. I hope you live long and prosper.